Hey everybody, welcome back to my vlog. I'm Raven Maureen, and this is where I share all the behind the scenes of sewing at work, sewing for me, and a little bit of my pattern weight business as well. So today is Tuesday, March 5th, and I'm actually just returning back from my quilt show, and I have a full schedule ahead of me with 2 back-to-back sew-alongs that I have to record, and then just like a really tough schedule this week for work. Right now we are in what is considered bridal Christmas, and that is when basically our busy season is happening. And so not only are my hours more frequent, but also the dresses are becoming a little more advanced. So Miss Alberta, she feels confident that I can really start getting into wedding dresses now. So my focus has really shifted from doing bridesmaid work to working on more wedding gowns. So on Sunday, March 10th, I actually completed this sew along, and it is available right here on this channel. I'll link it down below. And then just 2 days later, I was able to finish the sew along for this dress, which is also available on this channel. So on Saturday, March 16th, which is nearly 2 weeks into this month, I finally got into a project that I really wanted to get into, which is this Know Me pattern by Brittany Jones. And I decided to do a seersucker jumpsuit, and I'm going to be making the shorts version of this. The seersucker that I'm using, I've actually had in my stash since last spring when I made a one shoulder vintage dress, and I just had maybe 2.5 or 3 yards of this 45-inch fabric, and I'm thinking I can use it for this, but we'll see because I'll be cutting it close. So now that all of my pieces are cut, I'm going to measure my fabric to see if I actually have enough. So I have just under 3 yards, and I actually plan on folding down the sleeve of the back bodice and the front bodice to make it fit onto the seersucker. And I don't think this is going to impact the integrity of the design whatsoever. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to place everything onto the seersucker as I would normally do before I cut it. And because these pieces were kind of wrinkly, I am going to press them a little bit. I normally do this without any steam and on the lowest setting possible. So today is Monday, March 18th, and all I could think about is my seersucker jumpsuit. I left it on my cutting table just as it was, and so I am definitely going to have to leave work and jump right back on the sewing machine. And that's kind of been my reality lately, and some days I can really get into it and just kind of jump back on the sewing machine, and other days I may have to take like a break between doing that. And then some days I don't sew at all when I get home, and I'm learning that that's okay too. So I am working a little bit out of order with this jumpsuit, and I'm pretty much sewing the back bodice pieces together, and I plan on doing the sash tonight, and I also plan on connecting the front and the back pieces together. And I haven't really interfaced anything yet either, which is like my least favorite step of all time, but it's so needed, so I can never skip it. So on Tuesday before work, I actually worked on packing up some orders. And recently, I've actually been getting a lot of international orders, which makes my heart so happy because it means that my art is reaching a wider audience. So I'm extremely grateful for that. But can I just tell y'all that I really be stressed out with the international orders because oftentimes they'll actually purchase more to justify the shipping, girl math. And again, I appreciate it, but y'all, I be stressed. So it's Thursday, March 21st, and I have a 20-point bustle that I need to complete today. And I'm the only one here today, and these are the harder days when you kind of don't have any company and you have a really daunting task ahead of you, like a 20-point bustle. And if you're not sure what that means, it just means it's a lot. And it's very tedious. And I took breaks and I listened to music and whatnot. And I did finish it at the end of my shift, but y'all, I was tired and my eyes were crossed at the end. I ain't even going front. So it's Friday and I have today off. And so I am going to pack up a few orders, and I'm also going to put a really big dent in my jumpsuit project because I really want to get it finished and get it photographed as soon as possible and whatnot. Aside from the interfacing, I was actually also avoiding the fly front zipper on this project. And so I actually tackled that off of memory this time. So I was really proud of myself for doing that, and it looks fantastic. And now I can finish the pants on this, or really the shorts, and keep going with finishing this outfit. So it's Saturday, and before I head into work, I want to add some buttons to my jumpsuit. Right there in the front, there are two buttons that you have for your closures, along with the fly front zipper. And I'll be talking more about that in what I sewed this week. But I also worked on these pattern weights right after I got home from work. And these pattern weights are also in international order. And again, extremely grateful for any support that I have. But with this specific country, Etsy actually doesn't ship to them. And so I had to work directly with the post office to get this shipped out, which was tedious in a way, because the first post office I went to, they kind of gave me this really weird story about how they're out of international labels. But when I went to the second post office, I found out that really it's just a thermal print like everything else, and it just takes a lot of work. And I don't think that the person from the first post office really wanted to do the work or really knew how to do the work. And so the second lady was extremely nice, extremely patient, and we filled out the customs form together. And these should be shipping, or they should be on their way to this really, really amazing and patient customer, because I had to let her know that there were going to be some delays since I had to take extra steps. And for her patience, I'm actually enclosing a couple of patterns that I had extras of. And I hope that she'll be happy, and I hope that she can use the pattern weights with her new, or the patterns with her new pattern weights, and that'll be that. So yeah. Thanks for checking out my blog this week. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and you can follow me at Raven Maureen on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. See you guys next time. Bye.